All right. Oh, my place. Okay. Hmm. Roped woman in the act of love with the devil. Where would we find its address? City Hall? Maybe? I don't think it'd be the police station. The Chronicle. The Chronicle have its address, though? Hmm. I don't think City Hall's gonna have his address, though. I don't know if they're gonna have... Oh, something at the Chronicle. Alright, let's do that. Let's check out the Chronicle. Out of the way!
Mr. Holmes, I have something for you. Mr. Holmes, I see what you're up to. Mysterious stranger pursues betrothed woman. But please, let us keep things professional. I have in my possession an envelope containing details of a special assignment for you. Tell me, are you interested?
Sure.
I believe I am, but to be very clear, Miss Sertle, my interest extends to the message and not the messenger.
So he claims he's not a gal sneaker, seducing women everywhere he goes. Perhaps the truth is even more scandalous?
Please spare me the speculation and return to the matter at hand.
A gang of smugglers, the Eels, have Codona in their clammy grip. The British Empire can abide it no longer. Mycroft insists they be disbanded. But this organization only falls with the capture of their odious leader, Friedrich Panzer. And note well, I did say capture, not kill. Inside your envelope is a map marked with the Eels' warehouses. But alas, we do not know in which Friedrich Panzer resides.
So even Mycroft has his limits.
Indeed. You must be sure to identify the correct warehouse before entering, because once one is compromised, the other's occupants will scatter. Here are all the files, and feel free to use the archive too. Again, do not enter the wrong location, nor see any harm done to Friedrich Panzer.
Miss Sertle, if you're quite done with the redundant instructions, I shall get to work.
Well, that's perfect. Tortured hero lashes out after rejected romance. Tomorrow's edition will be a sensation.
Alright, well, we'll check here. Okay, so he lives in Old City. Articles? To be a celebrity? Brawl at Artists sells out. Past week brought a new scandal regarding the so-called artistic higher society. It all begins with the painting sellout named by local artist Dance of Decadence. The director, publishing house, The Lion, Darren Turwick, broke the Healed by throwing a chair at a decadent artist Boniface Mercurio. There we go. Mr. Turwick said later he did it because Mercurio brought dishonor to his name. The column writer graciously reminded the reader that recently Mr. Mercurio was spotted with Miss Turwick at a coffee shop. Afterwards, the orchestra conductor Kurt Gallagher smashed a painting across Turwick's head to protect his friend Mercurio. A large brawl started, including a large number of customers. After a protracted fight, the police arrived. All high society brawlers were arrested and placed under guard for a week. What a breathtaking event it was. As your loyal personal advisor, I suggest that you obtain a souvenir from the sellout. Unfortunately, it has since ended, but Boniface Mercurio himself invites our readers to visit his home to purchase one of his paintings. You will find his address between Scarlet Street and Olive Street in Old City. Alright. Sure if that exclamation point marked for this quest or there was a new one. Scarlet Street and Olive. It's over here. Here's Scarlet Street and there's Olive. Aha! There we go.
Excuse me, young man. Where do you think you're going?
Greetings, Mum. I'm looking for the...
I don't care who you're looking for. You shall not pass. No visitors allowed.
I wish to buy a painting from Mr. Boniface Mercurio. Is he at home?
Dearie, tell me, because old age has made me blind. Did someone write Information Bureau on my forehead? Because I'm not here to answer your questions.
She's a rude lady.
Entry is for residents only. If you aren't a resident, please leave, or I shall report you to the police.
Oh. Alright. So. Bolden, maybe? Maybe? We'll get rid of that hat. Try that. Maybe she'll talk to me? I have no idea.
No visitors allowed.
I wonder if it's clothes that I need. Well, look. I don't know what I would need to wear. You guys are everywhere. Yell
Don't
at
miss
me.
out on the best carpets. on
Nice
the
affordable.
island.
Let's pick something that suits you.
All right. What is this? I don't know if any of these would work. Finest finery. I can't imagine any of those. Worst suit of the game. Just awful. I don't know if that's something I would need. Maybe. Pirate hat. Love it. Here. Wait. Do we have this jacket? I don't believe so. His hat. I'm assuming it's this. Is this indicated what I need to buy when I have this, or is this the only thing I can rent? I don't know. Why don't the other ones have this? Maybe I need this. Like this one. No. Mark that one. That's that mustache. Artist bristles. We're gonna try it. I mean, it looks like it says we need to get. I'm assuming that's what it means. Artist hand powder? Should just like buy everything. A square pear for your round holes. I don't know if I need that or not. Artist hand powder. Maybe. Try it. Try it. I don't know. I need scarred face. So I wonder if this is just something you need to rent. I have no idea.
A good choice. A good choice indeed.
Wow, am I sexy? Should we try this out? I don't know if that's gonna work. trying to look all artisty. I don't think that's gonna work. Yeah, it's right here. I hope this is it, otherwise I just wasted a bunch of money. I don't have anything else what I would need.
Boniface, sweetie. Is that you? Ah, old age does terrible things to one's sight.
Oh, I'm supposed
I
to
didn't
look like him.
recognize you at first.
How are you, Mum? I'm ashamed to admit that I've lost my key. Do you have a spare?
For heaven's sake, how many times will you lose that key of yours?
That's
Of course I
messed up.
have a spare. You artists all live in your own little world.
Please, accept my thanks.
I would rather accept your rent. You promised to pay me several weeks ago, and I'm still waiting.
I will pay you, I promise, very soon.
You'd better do, my dear. Or else I'll just change the lock. And I won't fall for those cow eyes.
Ow, eyes, huh? No? None of these are my room? Oh yeah, there it is. This is good. Why does everybody have the same leg bent? It's staging all the bodies.
The blood has dried.
I've heard of this style of painting. It is called expressionism.
Yeah, dressed like him. A knife is missing.
I wonder where he got that fancy camera. Despite the overall tendency towards mess, you cannot sit with the drawer pulled out like this. Someone left it after searching. It appears the wine was truly awful.
Alright.
Aunt May whiskey, brandy bucks. Quite a collection he had here. The chest has been searched. Red skin, tails on the back. Reminds me of Werner's description of the stolen painting.
Hmm.
Judging by post-mortem rigidity, the body lay here for 1 or 2 days. The wound is precise. It was inflicted by a razor or a knife.
There's a knife.
A normal kitchen knife. Could be the murder weapon. Soaked in blood. It seems as if the puddle of blood was here before the rags.
Alright. Excuse me. What the hell?
The photograph was not pulled out in time. Such a waste of material. Look at this, John. Isn't it our stolen demon?
Alright, here we go. Maybe? I don't... No, on that one. Possibly? Maybe? I didn't notice any other blood, though. No. Wouldn't be able to get over there. Have to be that. Maybe he was in here. The guy broke in, looking at it. He come rushing out. Try to hit him with the bottle. Stab.
Mercurio was developing photographs when the intruder snuck in. Mercurio heard him coming. While the thief was searching the chest, the painter ran towards him with a bottle in his hand. He smashed it across the thief's head. The intruder had no choice but to defend himself, and the weapon of opportunity happened to be a kitchen knife. Mercurio stepped aside to grab the painting, but the wine-blinded thief attacked Mercurio's throat. When the thief came to his senses, he saw Mercurio bleeding on the floor. He grabbed the rags and tried to bandage him, but it was too late. Why did Mercurio attempt to snatch the painting in the middle of a fight? To strike the intruder? Not with his painting, it was too important to him.
Visitor didn't want to kill Mercurio. Okay, yeah. Makes sense. None of those. Okay. So, what is next? Jeez. A lot on that one. Shattered with a blue cloth fibers on it. So somebody was wearing blue. Maybe talk to... Vogel? Try talking to Vogel. I'm gonna get rid of this ridiculous outfit, though. in here? Here. Really like this painting. You're still there.
I think I'll leave the exhibition in its current state for a while. I'll call it The Art of Vandalism.
No.
I think I'll leave the exhibition in its current state for a while. I'll call it The Art of Vandalism.
Open drawer suggests that he searched. Painting was covered in blood, lay on the floor. The other room contained Mercurio's photographic studio. He attempted to search for something inside the chest, but the artist heard him enter and ran towards him with the wine bottle in his hand and smashed it. Stepped aside to grab the painting, and the wine-blinded thief, who tried to defend himself by swinging at the knife in the air, struck his throat. When the thief came to his senses, he saw him bleeding on the floor, and he grabbed rags to bandage him, but it was too late. There's something else at his place that I missed? Maybe? Got my whole outfit I gotta put back on, though. Try it again. Maybe something else is there I'm missing. Maybe talk to the old lady.
Do you know what makes a lady happy? Paid rent.
It's time for some chemical magic, John.
Here we go. -3, -4, 5.